is going to be a review on the Spyre Kamek. This is Spyre's first product. Spyre is a relatively new company established last year in 2021 by Mick05, a former professional Quake player. This is his first product, first mouse pad, and it seems to just be a very strong first impressions. This pad does a lot of things right and offers something extremely unique. This pad offers a 10-year warranty, which, mouse pads are perishable items. They are items that just degrade over time with usage. So, of course, you get a 10-year warranty with this natural degradation. So, if, maybe you get some fraying with the stitch edges, you develop slow spots just from usage. I think it even says if the logo gets worn down, you can get a replacement. You can request a replacement. This pad was $30 and $10 shipping to the US. That's relatively cheap considering it's from Australia all the way across the world. The expected wait time for shipping was, according to the owner, 3 to 4 weeks. It only took me a week and a half to receive it. Of course, like maybe 3 of those days was actually waiting on USPS to pick up the package after it was cleared by customs. This mouse pad, of course, comes rolled, allows it to be shipped, relatively cheap. It did not lay flat out the box. I did reverse roll it and just lay my keyboard pretty heavy and a book or two on this side. Well, after 5 minutes, it laid flat. This pad has a very strong smell of rubber. It's worn down, over the period of time I've used it. Of course, I think the second day I used this pad, I came home from work in the morning and my room smelled like the pad. It just smelled like rubber. Of course, after that day, the smell just very, 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 very much went away. Doesn't smell as bad anymore. Since this pad has a very plushy base, very similar to an Artisan, mid soft, more closer to the soft, it has stitched edges below the surface, which means you're not going to feel the stitch edges at all. It's very non-abrasive at all. For a $30 pad, that's extremely good. Of course, technically, Artisan pads are 35 USD. I think a little bit more with inflation and such now. Of course, the thing that makes Artisan pads expensive are shipping. But this pad also comes in a steel gray color, which no other pad comes in. I think this pad is a very good color, and I'm surprised other companies haven't released pads in this type of colorway before. The logo on this is raised and is a different texture, but it's in the bottom right corner. I don't really think that's gonna affect anyone anyway. Of course, the stitches are good, but they do have QC issues. The pad has, fraying on mine. It just came out the box like that. This pad is very similar in speed to Artisan Zero. I think it's a tad slower than Artisan Zero. This pad has a lot of static friction and dynamic friction. This is a control pad, of course, higher on that speed section in the control, category. This is, the Artisan Zero is a faster pad, but by no means a speed pad. This pad is not affected by temperature or humidity. It isn't. Every day it's been the weather's been very, 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 very crazy. This past week or two, it being like 90 degrees, 80 degrees, 70, or dropping at night to 40, 50. The humidity's been off the charts, and I haven't really noticed, it slow down or speed up because of that. This pad is very, very good. My aim with this pad is consistent. It's very steady. I feel a lot more locked in with this pad. Of course, I do not like control pads. My pads are more in line with, Hien, Raiden, the Goliath 38, those type of speed pads, the Rawcat, Sense Pro, fast pads like that. Of course, if you're looking for a, medium to fast control pad, you're not really going to find a pad that offers some of these things like lower than the surface stitch edges, a 10-year warranty, a cool color. You're not going to find any pads at that $40 price range that offer the same thing. There is alternatives. I am going to list off some alternatives. The Lethal Gaming Gear Saturn and their Saturn Pro, which will come out in like a few months, I think, is going to have stitch edges below the surface in a softer base. The Odin Gaming Eclipse is another Zero clone. The Game Sense Radar, I think, is slower than this pad, but they're all around that same $30 to $40 with shipping price range. Any one of these pads, you're not going to go wrong with.